Hi folks, today I'm here to talk about the perfume Guerlain L'Homme Ideal EDP. Now I do not have a bottle of this, and this small sample, a 2 ml sample, has been sitting in my drawer for the last 2 years. For some reason, when I smelt it back then, maybe I was still developing a nose, but it didn't interest me much. I let it sit there until recently. One of my friends commented, "Can you review this?" I said I'll go and check my drawer and see, and I found this. So this is the EDP version, and there is a lot of hype about this particular scent. Whenever sellers post it online, whenever there's a partial posted, it gets sold out in no time. And now I realize for what reason. It is a very classy scent, very well blended, so many notes, and it is complex and it keeps evolving over time. But before we go into the full review, let's read the notes out from Fragrantica. So according to Fragrantica, in the top notes we have almond, spices, there's lavender, bergamot, rosemary and thyme. And in the middle notes there's cherry, vanilla, incense, Bulgarian rose. And in the base notes there's leather, tonka bean and sandalwood. So a lot of different notes over there, right from spicy to aromatic. There's a little bit of sweetness there from the cherry, vanilla. There's a little bit of incense as well, and in the base we have the leather and also creamy tonka. So very interesting combination of notes. Let's spray this and see how this feels like. Again, it's just a sample spray. It's not going to, I don't even know if you can see the spray, but I did wear this a couple of days back. I gave it a full wearing. I wore it in the evening and I let it sit through the entire night. I wore it on myself and on my clothes as well, to see what the performance has been. So right at the top there is definitely some element of nostalgia for me. When I smelled this, I was reminded of my childhood, of the days when I used to spend time with my grandfather. I don't know, maybe it's something that he wore during that time. Maybe it's the aroma due to the lavender which is there, which was very common back then. But there is definitely something nostalgic. Right in the top, the almond is very visible. It's like the almond from a few scents, like Otto Parisi Seminalis. That slight hint of almond that you get, that almond is similar to this. And it's also balanced by the lavender. The aromatic part is also there. I can call it a barbershop scent if the aroma was a little bit probably stronger, but it's not that strong. For me here, right in the opening, it's the almond note which is prominent. There's also a hint of spiciness, maybe a little bit hint of green which is there. So definitely a very complex start, I would say. I was never expecting this. Definitely a complex start to such a lovely perfume. Now what happens is, after maybe 30 minutes or 45 minutes, there is this sweet element which starts creeping into the scent. And I was surprised because the amount of sweetness is just about right. Okay. Sometimes scents can get overly sweet. You take a scent like Paco Rabanne 1 million or even Invictus for that matter, it can get sometimes a little bit too sweet. But this one, it's sweet, but it's right there at the edge. So I think well balanced sweetness along with that opening of almond which is there. And I think the sweetness is because of the cherry note and also the vanilla which is listed over there. I think that's giving that sweetness. And the sweetness is like, it gives an image of a bubble gum. Not overly sweet bubble gum, but a nice pleasant bubblegum smell. That's what I'm getting. So again, almond, a little bit of bubblegum smell. So there's two different scents coming, but it's so well blended. The notes are not clashing with each other. Now, the most interesting part for me from this perfume is after a couple of hours, I was just testing it out again, bringing my hand to see, what the smell is, and I could pick up smoke. Okay, and it was that very nice, mild smoke, but definitely a smokiness that you get from a perfume like Amouage, let's say, what's this, Silver Oud. So that kind of smokiness was coming out from this on my hand after 2 hours, and that phase lasted for 1 hour, and that was my most probably favorable phase, that smoky phase wherein the sweetness is also there. And I never thought that that smokiness would come out to be so prominent, and this is on my hand. Now, on my shirt, when I sprayed it, that smokiness was not very prominent within 2 to 3 hours. It was still almondy, it was still sweet on the shirt, but on my skin it smelled slightly different. That smoky element came out. And then towards the end, the dry down also was very, very beautiful. I got a hint of leather, but I got more of the tonka bean, which was very creamy. It was balancing the leather and also adding to that sweetness that was earlier there from the cherry and the vanilla note. So overall, a very beautiful scent profile. It's a gentlemanly scent. There is some element of nostalgia, like I said, so a bit of timelessness is also there to this perfume, yet it also feels modern and beautiful scent. That's all I can say. Now, coming to the performance of this, now this is where I think I have to thread carefully, because what I sprayed is from this small sample over here. It's been lying for maybe 2 or 3 years. I think this is a maybe 2020 batch that I received. It's been in my drawer for some time, and whenever you spray a sample, the amount of juice that comes out is very, very less compared to what you get from spraying a bottle. The amount of juice, in my estimate, from a small sample like this would be around 1/4 or 1/5 of what you get from a normal sprayer in a bottle. So when it comes to performance, that's why I have to be very careful, because I sprayed this and maybe a couple of spritzes, but I guess it was not enough. Had more juice come in, I felt it would have performed much better. But my experience and my thoughts are based on this. And from this, I feel that it didn't project too much. It's definitely there. Projection, I would say, is minimal. There is a bit of projection, maybe 1 feet around me. The scent is perceptible to me, but I'm not sure about other people. So definitely projection is there, but maybe for for a short distance, and the time is also very less. Off clothes also it's the same. I do get occasional whiffs of this even through the next day. So I wore it in the evening, I woke up the next morning, I could get small whiffs from the shirt, but it was not pushing out too much. But I just wonder if had I sprayed from a bottle, maybe had more juice come and fallen in on my skin, on the shirt, it could have projected a little bit more, right? So that's why I'm not able to comment on the projection. So I would say definitely above average projection. People who have tried it can drop a note in the comment if you have a bottle, and you can comment about the performance. Longevity, on the other hand, I felt was quite good for this. Like I said, I sprayed it on my skin and I could see the scent transition over 3 to 4 hours. So definitely longevity is there. Initially, like I said, almondy blast. After half an hour, it became a sweet cherry vanilla, a mild bubblegum kind of a feel. And towards the end, 3 hours, smokiness was there for some time, and then it got followed through by the creaminess of the tonka beans with a hint of leather as well. So longevity wise, definitely it's there. And like I said, I sprayed it on my shirt. The next day I could definitely pick the scent from my shirt, and it was pushing a little bit. I could get whiffs from it. So longevity definitely above average. Projection should be above average is my guesstimate. If I have a bottle, I'm sure that it's going to project a little bit more. Now coming to occasions, I feel this will make amazing office scent. Why? Because it's going to create a small aura around you, and the scent is so classy. It's got all the elements of a mass pleaser without being overly loud. Like I said, it's got a nice hint of almond, which is not displeasing. Almond cannot offend anybody. And then later it's got that nice sweet bubblegum kind of a smell, which can also be pleasing to some. So when you get that right balance of sweetness, it actually draws people in. When a scent is overly sweet, then it becomes cloying and people will just kind of stay away or be put off by it. But if the sweetness is well done, it can actually draw people into this. And I think this scent has got that. They've done the sweetness perfectly well. And also there's a little bit of mysteriousness in it. As it dries down, it goes through that smoky phase. And again, it's not too loud, and in the end it becomes very creamy. So very well blended scent. It's not too loud. It doesn't scream party. It screams, I would say, maturity, classiness, and also a little bit of modernity. So very nice office scent to wear. And having said that, given the scent profile, you can also wear it casually as well. It's going to work for casual occasions as well. But if you want to smell unique in office and draw people in, I think this is a nice scent to buy. And coming to the weather, I feel it's very versatile. You can wear it during the day. I wore it in the evening and I also enjoyed it in the evening and through the night. So versatility wise, it's very good. Maybe except overly hot conditions, wherein the sweetness, which though it's tempered down, but still when the weather is very hot, it can become slightly cloying. But I don't think it's going to be a big problem. Therefore, it's a versatile scent, can be worn formally. You can dress up to this, you can wear it casually as well and across different seasons. So I think 10 out of 10 for versatility and occasions to wear. Is this a blind buy? If you're a little bit mature on your perfume journey, I think it can be a blind buy. The price is okay. I think it's slightly less than $100. You can pick it up for around 5,000 Indian rupees for an 100 ml, and I think it's perfectly worth it for the blend that you're getting, the complexity of it. It's definitely worth it. However, if you're just entering the fragrance journey, you might probably want to sample it, like how I did around 3 or 4 years back. I bought this, I sampled it, but it didn't interest me enough. But now after 4 years, it feels like I might have to get a bottle of this. So I'll be looking out for partials or maybe good deals on retail packs, and I might pick this up. So blind buy, yes. If you like complex perfumes, well blended perfumes, and maybe know if you're just starting off on your fragrance journey. So let me know what you think about this. If someone has got a full bottle and they sprayed it on, do let the other viewers know about the performance of this in the comments, and even for me, I would like to know. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye.